all, this is Janie, and today I'm going to be looking at the Merry Everything palette that Sandy released as of the making of this video this morning. It's new, it's fresh, it's gorgeous. I love, love, love this palette. And as I was looking at it, I think the thing that impressed me most was the texture that's included, because there are actually felt squares in this particular lineup. And it's sort of kind of a Christmas lineup, so felt is so perfect for everything. I was looking at it thinking, I can make some poinsettias. And you can see in my palette currently, I have a pretty, I think it's the second top row, the 1, 2, 3 from the left, a pretty color, and also a little bit darker one on the end. But I also have a deeper red right next to the left of the yellow. That deeper red did not come included in this palette. That deeper red is one that I created using one of the tools that comes in the Photos app, which is a native app to your iPad. You've got it already. All you have to do is work with the exposure of your pattern. How do we do that? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to my Photos app. My Photos app is on the very bottom bar, at the very bottom of my iPad screen, the one that looks like a multicolored petaled flower. In other words, it's the third one from the left, in between the Mail and Safari. I'm going to tap that particular icon. And because I was looking at Merry and Bright, it immediately opens, but I wanted it anyway. And it's in my albums. There's a video that I'll link to in the comments that shows you how you can catalog your particular patterns in your photo app. Trust me, it makes it super simple for this technique. I'm going to be working with the top row of this palette, the very far to the right, that one. When you look at it, it comes in, it's kind of a melony color, very pretty, but for my poinsettias, I want more than one shade, or one hue, I guess is the correct term for it. So I'm going to make some adjustments to this. If you look at it, you can see the texture. That texture is, wow, that's all I have to say. In order to adjust this to get a deeper color, I'm going to do a couple of things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to return to our album. And I need to, on the upper right-hand corner, tap on the word select. And now I'm going to select the color that I want to work with. And I am going to now go to the opposite end of my toolbar. On the left-hand end, the square with the arrow pointing up, tap on it, and I'm going to scroll through on the new window, and where it says duplicate, I'm going to tap that. I want to have a duplicate image because I don't want to risk doing anything I don't like to the original set of textures that I've downloaded. And the next step is kind of a experiment if it's your first time doing it. I like to suggest that people play a little bit with the tools, because remember, it's a duplicate file, so you're not going to lose anything if you just simply don't like it. We're going to tap the word in the upper right-hand corner that says edit. And when you select edit, you get a set of tools. The first one is auto, and auto will make some changes that you may or may not want. If you don't like it, you just simply cancel it, discard the changes, and return to edit. The next one down is exposure. The next tool down is brilliance. The next tool down is highlights, shadows, contrast, brightness. Brightness is the one I tend to use the most. On the right-hand edge of your screen, you have what looks like a gear or a knob that you can rotate. And 0, or the dot, is always going to be what you started with, so you can always go back to it. If I take and push that up, you can see that my texture, my paper, is getting progressively darker. If I push it to the opposite end, it gets progressively lighter. Now, here's where we were in the beginning. Well, almost. There we go. I suggest very much that you just play with some of these tools because you may like some more than you like others. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to take the brightness tool and I'm going to shift it all the way to the negative. At a negative 100%, that is the color, the hue that I want. When it gets to that point, I'm going to select the word in the upper right-hand corner that says done. And now I have a totally new texture to add to my palette. And if you look at it, and you look at the very top row, the very far right-hand corner, that was what we started with. And the color that we ended up with is the first one in the second row on the left-hand end. Now, if I want to make further adjustments, I can, but I don't think I'm going to because I kind of like this and I think it adds to this particular palette. It blends really pretty well. Simple as that, and it's something you've had the whole time. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you can spread a little iPlanner love.